Hello everyone, welcome back to another beautiful day in Lisbon. Since moving back to the city, I have really enjoyed rediscovering some of its most central areas, and downtown Lisbon is one of those places where there always seems to be something happening and something new to notice. There is a very lively rhythm to this part of Lisbon, with its wide streets, tiled facades, trams, and even though it can get quite busy, I still love taking the time to walk around slowly and notice all the little details that are so easy to miss. We started the morning with a quiet cappuccino, sitting by the window and watching people walk by, which is honestly one of my favorite things to do in a city. Afterwards, we walked to Rua Augusta and visited a beautiful jewelry store dedicated to Portuguese-inspired pieces. What makes this shop so special is not only the jewelry itself, but also the feeling of stepping into a space where the past is still very much present with its old facade and those beautiful little details that tell you this part of Lisbon has lived many different lives. In Rocio, Zara has opened a new store with a slightly different concept in a beautiful historical building right in the heart of Lisbon. And since I am now slowly decorating the new apartment, I could not resist going through the homeware section, looking at tableware, textiles, and all those small pieces that slowly make a house feel more like home. This Zara also has a very beautiful pastel de nata counter inside, in collaboration with Castro, which made it almost impossible not to stop for a few. We then continued our little shopping walk and stopped at Bruges, a beautiful store filled with ceramics. It reminded me a little of old family homes in the best possible way. Those homes where every plate, every jar, and every little object seems to have its own story. For lunch, we headed to Federico inside the beautiful Palácio Ludovice. The space itself is really beautiful with this elegant, slightly grand atmosphere, but still very relaxed and comfortable for a long lunch in the middle of the city. We started with a very fresh and delicate dish of marinated salmon and then moved to a perfectly cooked steak and steak tartare, both simple but very well done. For dessert, we had a deconstructed pastel de nata with coffee and caramel sorbet, because apparently one pastel de nata stop in one day was simply not enough. After lunch, we kept walking through Baixa and towards Rua Augusta, which is probably one of the busiest and most iconic streets in Lisbon. At the end of the street, we went up the Arco da Rua Augusta, where you get one of the most beautiful 360-degree views over the city. From up there, you can see Terreiro do Passo opening onto the river, the rooftops of Baixa, the sea in the distance, and all the beautiful light that makes Lisbon feel so warm and golden, especially on days like this. Back at home, I wanted to show you a few pieces I have been keeping for the new apartment. Over the last few years, I have spent so much time traveling that little by little, I started collecting special things for the day I would finally have my own home to use them in. One of my favorite pieces is this Dior jug from the Lily of the Valley collection. Lily of the Valley is actually my favorite flower, so when I saw that Dior had released this collection, I immediately fell in love with it. It feels so delicate and elegant, and now my plan is to slowly continue the collection over time. Another collection I have been slowly building is Oiseau de Paradis by Dior. Ever since I bought this serving platter in Cannes, I have been imagining the beautiful spring and summer table I could create with it. So little by little, I have been adding more pieces from the same collection, especially the matching plates. I also have these handmade vases from Astier de Villat, which I bought in Saint-Tropez, and I love that it also has this little lily of the valley flowers. It feels like a very delicate piece and goes so beautifully with the Dior collection. And one of my most recent finds, this time from Portugal, is this Lenço dos Namorados, a traditional embroidered piece from the Minho region, usually filled with symbols and little messages of love. I find this tradition so charming, and I love how it brings together craftsmanship and a very particular kind of Portuguese innocence. I also wanted to show you a few things from Panier d'Essence because I have been using them all around the house, the candles, the soaps, the liquid soaps, and even the creams. And at this point, I feel like the entire apartment smells like them. My favorite scent is definitely Fleur d'Oranger. It is fresh, soft, and a little warm, and it makes the house feel instantly more calm and cozy. I hope you enjoyed coming along on this slow day through downtown Lisbon. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like or a hype as it really helps the channel, and let me know in the comments if you would like to see more of the apartment and this little decorating journey over the next few videos. Until next time.